going to join the action with the second ball of the innings. No runs on the board as yet, and our commentary team is Imran Khan, Jeremy Coney, Simon Mann and first Simon Hughes.
It's Nash to Anwar and pulled away magnificently. So that's the first boundary from the second ball of the over, whipped away with consummate ease by Saeed. Deal Nash bowling to Afridi. And again too short, and that's smashed high into the pavilion. So a magnificent start for Pakistan, 6 from Afridi's first delivery.
Well, he took a bit of a risk because it was only just over the fielder's head that long on, but a tremendous shot from Afridi.
So it's Shehzad to begin the second over to Saeed Anwar.
Quick Harris.
And too short from the other New Zealand bowler as well, so competently put away there by Saeed Anwar. Well, another fantastic shot, so Afridi's really setting off as if he's got a train to catch. That's another boundary. Takes him to 10. Too short again from Jeff Alec, so both the New Zealand bowlers struggling a little bit with their length, and Saeed Anwar really capitalising on it.
The New Zealanders, I'm afraid, they have problems.
And there are more of them. Saeed Anwar really has been the more fluent of the two Pakistani batsmen so far. On a smaller ground, that would have been a comfortable boundary. That's a huge hit. Maybe he hasn't quite timed it though, but still well enough for 4. So Afridi really fastening onto anything wide and giving it a good old clout.
This has brought a field arrangement from Fleming, unfortunately this early. Really needs 2 slips for a wicket.
That's out. So the angle has done Afridi after an explosive start. New Zealand get a breakthrough they desperately wanted. The explosive batting of Afridi comes to an end, and relief for New Zealand.
Well, a little bit more width here, encouraging the drive, looking to repeat the stroke, and regulation catch going across the left armour, the angle, 17 off 22.
Pakistan, the man Saeed Anwar facing, who's produced most of that, and there are more runs for him. Sliced away for 4, just where second slip had been removed from.
Alec to Saeed Anwar. And that's through him. And a much needed breakthrough for New Zealand. Saeed Anwar had been tied down, and he's gone.
Well, here I think Saeed was perhaps looking for the one that was going away, and really completely walked across the stumps, missed the ball. Very happy Alec.
And from 44 deliveries. And at last he's managed to open his arms and swing away a boundary. Abdul Razak's first boundary, and he's been there nearly an hour. Chris Cairns coming on to bowl. That's neatly flicked away, so Cairns just firing one a little bit down the leg side, trying to follow Abdul Razak as he was giving himself a bit of room, but getting it just a couple of inches wrong. Cairns to Abdul Razak. And he picks that up very well. He was shaping to do that in the last over from Cairns, and he's timed it extremely well, so Razak gets his 3rd boundary. Pakistan's 100 up.
Harris to Razak. And that's a good stroke. Away to the boundary for 4. Razak now getting into his stride. Short single, could be run out here.
defensively.
Nathan Astle, the fielder. Poor piece of running, really.
Well, that really was not on, that run, and there were a few risks. Riaz was lucky before, and here we see he had absolutely no chance to even get close.
You don't need the third umpire for that. Razak's gone for 33. It's taken a long time. 127 for 3.
Zaman Haq coming into bat. Now he is really what Pakistan are looking for to force the pace. One of the finest hitters of the ball. Very aggressive player.
The field's up for Inzamam's first ball. He's facing Larson. And he's away straight away.
Typical sort of Inzaman or hack stroke, and a boundary for Pakistan.
Well, Zaman strong of both feet, front and back foot,
and that brings up the Pakistan 150. Oh, that's very delicate from Ijaz. That's the maximum productivity with a minimum of effort. Astle to Ijaz, who's making a very good fist of batting on this mottled pitch. Comes back for two to complete a very cleverly compiled half-century.
It's a very good 50 by Ijaz because the conditions are alien to Pakistanis. Very slow wicket, ball not coming on, and Ijaz has really worked and grafted this 50.
Ijaz has come a long way and comprehensively removed from the batting crease by a magnificent throw. Was Harris, it was, the demon at backward cover.
Well, that's the breakthrough New Zealand needed. A bit of hesitation, and Zaman plays it there, looks to go but stops, and Ijaz too far down, not able to get back to his crease and really gave up. Very good direct throw which has given New Zealand the vital breakthrough.
New batsman Salim Malik. I suppose you could say something about Inzamam is not only has he been run out a lot himself, but he's also seen thousands of them. Astle to Salim Malik. That would have been a catch to the keeper if he'd stood back, but standing up to the stumps, it was a handy boundary.
Well, lucky for Salim Malik. Here we see edging the ball, trying actually to closing the face of the bat to it, and lucky that.
Oh, that was pretty lucky from Salim, but luckily for New Zealand, the third man was quite fine. All sorts are happening, and Inzamam again struggling to make his ground, but not in the most expected fashion. And in fact, it seems like he's trodden all over somebody. It looks like it's the wicket keeper. No, in fact, it's Dion Nash at extra cover. He's trodden all over him on the way through. Done him quite an injury. Comprehensively beaten by that Yorker from Jeff Allett, so Salim doesn't really contribute much to the Pakistan cause, and New Zealand back in the hunt for wickets.
Well, this is length, isn't it? It's purely about a Yorker, and Salim probably locking in on options, trying to get to run it down to third man again and open the face. He's beaten just sheerly on length there. Good delivery, Allett, this time of the innings.
And this is Moin Khan. That's a pretty good shot. Didn't look as if he quite timed it, but the fielder didn't even bother to move initially. So Moin opens his account with a lofted off drive. was smashed away by Moin Khan. That really is probably the shot of the morning. That single from Moin brings up the Pakistan 200, 41.4 overs gone, so the foundations are set for a major assault here in the last 9 overs or so.
Harris to Zaman. Slower delivery, but he still gets it away. Very fine. And that's going to be 4 more to Zaman. And Zaman gets that one away. 4 more. Bad ball from Harris, he knows it. And there's no one better at putting those sort of deliveries away than Zaman.
Well, this isn't easy. It's slightly short because Zaman is a big man. He pressures the bowlers on the front foot. So he comes onto the front foot, but he's rocked back. Boy.
National cricket. Astle to Moin. Big stroke, 4. Over the head of mid-off. And Moin's into his stride.
Great shot by Moin. Time and again he's got Pakistan out of trouble and really can accelerate. That was a great, very powerfully hit shot. Slightly with a cross bat, but hit it over mid-off and very firmly struck. Risky player.
Moin goes for the big one. McMillan's under it. And that's a comfortable catch.
Well, Moin had to go for it. Barely 6 overs left. Here we see trying to hit. That's a very long boundary there and not much chance of clearing it. Good judged catch by McMillan. Nice again. Nice 19 and 17 deliveries by Moin.
So here he is, Pakistan's captain. He's been in good form with bat and ball. And that's just catching practice from McMillan. Shahid before wicket. Cairns wants it and he gets it. Well, it took Katie Francis an age to give that out. Wasim, well, he doesn't look happy, does he? But he's out. Out for 1. And New Zealand have made a vital breakthrough.
Well, here it's a slow ball, and let's see what happens. Wasim goes across. It hits him. Now, where did that pitch on line? I'm not sure. That was hitting, but did it pitch within the stumps?
Well, I think Wasim can consider himself a little bit unlucky there. Alat to Mahmood. And he gets this away fine, that'll be 4.
Nicely flicked by Azhar Mahmood. Very useful batsman to be coming in at number 9.
Zaman on 47 faces Cairns. And there's his 50.
That's 4 runs. Very firmly hit by Zaman to reach his 50. Cairns drifting on the leg side. Trying to bowl a Yorker.
Goalkeeper. Down the ground. And that's 4. 1 bounce. Bad ball from Jeff Alat. Tremendous excitement. Alat to Mahmood again. And that's out. Straight to Roger Twos at mid-wicket. And Pakistan's 8th wicket goes at 255. As Mahmood the man to go.
He was on the move when he hit the ball. He had an advantage.
Azhar Mahmood getting out there. played a useful innings at this stage of the game. Very firmly hit shot, but straight to the fielder.
Last over, Cairns to Inzamam.
There's that replay.
He goes for the big stroke, and he makes it over extra cover. Fine shot from Inzamam, but there was width. And Pakistan are setting a challenging total here. Fantastic shot from Inzamam. Shades of Viv Richards.
Well, Zaman spotted the slower ball there and got himself into position very quickly.
Last ball of the innings, and 4 more to Inzamam. Tremendous hitting. Thrilling the Pakistani supporters.
That was hit with even greater power than the previous shot over extra cover.
Ferocious hitting from Inzamam, and Pakistan have set a really challenging total here. 269 for 8 from their 50 overs.
Well, what a start from the openers and what a finish. It's never dull when Inzaman's in, the Mr. Muddle of Pakistan cricket. Outstanding form with the bat, but not with his running between the wickets. But as Simon said there, a useful target to bowl at. For Allott, 4 wickets, but pretty expensive too. He's currently, though, the top wicket taker in the whole World Cup. Dion Nash, the most economical of the Kiwi attack.
Good delivery, and he's gone. Shoaib makes the breakthrough, and another failure for Nathan Astle. Bad start from New Zealand, and Shoaib has been right on target in his first over.
Well, poor old Nathan Astle, his run of poor form, not a big mistake, is it? He's just pushing towards the line of the ball. I've got a feeling it may just have left the right-hander a shade, and he's just nibbled it through to Mon Khan. Craig McMillan now is going to have to come out and somehow resurrect this New Zealand innings that really they needed to get a good start. When you one batsman in the New Zealand order who will play strokes is McMillan.
And there he goes. Over the top. Didn't quite go where he intended, but he's going to pick up for the first boundary of the New Zealand innings. Shoaib to Horn. And that's out. Moin Khan with the catch. And another disappointment for Matthew Horn.
Well, there it again has just left the right-hander, and Horn, who's been so circumspect about the position of his off-stump, has just nibbled at this again, and Mon Khan again into action. Horn out for one of 20 deliveries. New Zealand. That was nearly the 3rd wicket for Pakistan. A 3rd slit would have snaffled that, but as it was 4 to the New Zealand score. Well, that's a good riposte from Craig McMillan.
Not much of a back lift, but very powerful hitter of the ball. Uses a very heavy bat.
That's complete mishit, and off goes Craig McMillan, wondering what on earth that ball was. Just chipping a really simple catch to mid-on, totally baffled by yet another of Wasim Akram's boxer tricks.
Well, here I don't know what he's trying to do. It was a sort of nothing shot. Maybe because the ball came back into him. He was looking to cut it, the ball came back to him, and all he did was sort of just play a nothing shot. I think he'd be very disappointed with that.
Roger Twos comes in with New Zealand 35 for 3. Azhar bowling to Stephen Fleming.
It's a good shot from Stephen Fleming, who's really looked the only batsman of the New Zealanders to be able to handle this Pakistan attack. And it's his second boundary. That's a good shot from Roger Twos. Consummate ease, he's put that away for 4. Beautifully done.
Powerful hitter off the ball, Roger Twos. We saw him playing similar shots against Australia. Very powerfully struck, straight with the spin. Great shot.
KT Francis has elected to award Roger Twos a 6 for that shot.
Twos looking to hit Siklan.
Catch it! There he goes, and he's out. Straight to mid-wicket.
Twos had to go after Siklan. He realizes the scoring rate is mounting. Goes for a sweep shot from outside the off stump. And Siklan again gets a breakthrough. Just watch it. He's swept him from outside the off stump straight to Zaman at short square leg. And that's Siklan giving Pakistan the breakthrough.
That innings against Australia was vital. 60 helped them win that game. Azhar to Cairns. That's close, and it's out. Rudy Kurtzen raises the finger, and Chris Cairns is gone, and that's big trouble for New Zealand now. 71 for 5, and Chris Cairns, a man who could have won this game for New Zealand, has gone.
It's quite wide on the crease is the only thing. He's got to straighten it from there just for me for angles, but it's just continued on. He's convinced that umpire anyway, and he's the one, of course, who's important about this decision. And Cairns, unfortunately for New Zealand, didn't get underway. Key man. New Zealand 71 for 5.
The new batsman is Adam Perore, the wicketkeeper. He's a useful player, but New Zealand need a little bit more than that. And that's close as well. And he's gone, first ball. Rudy Kurtzen raises the finger again. And it's 71 for 6. And this New Zealand innings is in tatters.
Well, Perore here, it's always difficult first ball, but I've got a feeling that he's done by pace off the pitch, and it's hit him on the back foot, and there's not too much to go there, I think, really. That's hit him in line, and before Christopher Cairns can get his pads off, Perore's Afridi,
the new bowler. Leg break bowler, sack lane's off. Starts with a no ball, and Fleming gets it through the infield. It's a chase for Shoaib, and he's timed that really well. That's 4. In fact, it's 5.
Well, overstepping, as you can see, quite badly there, and the cold hands dragging it down.
Well, that's straight through. Extra cover, didn't really want to know about that particularly. It's a very long chase down to the deep cover boundary for Azhar. And he didn't manage to have any impact on the ball. Little push to square leg.
Razak into Harris. Well, New Zealand batting at the moment to improve their net run rate, it would seem, and that will help it. 4 leg byes. Shoaib to Fleming. That's a lovely shot. Timed that really well. And that'll improve the net run rate.
Shoaib over pitching, and very nicely stroked by Fleming, straight for 4.
And that's out. Straight to mid-wicket.
Azhar gets his 3rd wicket. And Fleming really played a very good knock, but trying to force the pace. Very unlucky to find the only fielder in the infield, and that was Wasim. Yeah, it went straight to Wasim.
Well, Stephen Fleming did his best, but not good enough today.
In the 49th over, so no realistic hope, obviously, of winning this game, but important for them mathematically to try and stay out there till the end of the innings. Although Chris Harris, in fact, has chipped a catch down to deep square leg, so his vigil ends. He didn't score a boundary in his 42, but he did create a valuable opportunity for New Zealand to perhaps qualify for the 2nd stage.
Well deceived, I think, by length, and also a top spinner from Saklan, so it bounces a little bit more, gets the top edge, can't control the sweep. And Razak positioned there at backward square, and Chris Harris departs. New Zealand 200 for 8.
Gavin Larson comes out just for the last over. The leg bye concludes. It's a race to steal the stumps. The stewards get there first before the Pakistan supporters, and New Zealand have lost by 62 runs.
Well, a desperate start again. Their 4 opening partnerships have been worth 2, 2, 5 and 5. Astle scored just 11 in 4 knocks. A not inconsiderable pick-up in the middle, but as you saw, it petered away at the end. And 38 extras. Will that be the Pakistan team's Achilles heel when the knockout stage is reached? They're 2 mean men in the attack, as forceful as ever. Shoaib Akhtar more disciplined than of late, just a single wide and 4 no balls. But with Saklan and Azhar, they really do have a potent strike force. So 62 runs was the margin at the end. Zaman, your friend of mine, was man of the match, and Pakistan looking at best like potential finalists.
Now, you started this tournament saying that you were a little bit disappointed that you hadn't had much cricket in English conditions, yet you're playing very, very good cricket at the moment. You look as though you're firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, I think the first game was very important, Paul, because we won that game with very little margin, and that game has given us confidence that we can bat on good tracks, on seaming tracks. And the boys have showed they're hungry for success, and I hope we should be consistent in the future games as well.
Yeah, well, they're going to be future games. You're through now to the Super 6 stage, won all your 4 games that you've played. You must be absolutely delighted with the way the boys are playing.
Yeah, I must give credit goes to the whole Pakistan team itself, the way they showed their application towards their cause to do well in the World Cup. And of course, today I must say Zaman and Ijaz played brilliantly once again. In Zaman, they both showed that they're world-class players.
After the euphoria of the win over the Australians, your form's just slumped a little bit. You must be disappointed.
Yeah, we outplayed today. I think Pakistan are playing very well, and they got a good total, and their bowling attack is very good. We tried to, we would have liked to restrict them to 220, 230. 270 was always going to be tough, and they're playing very well.
Yeah, you've got 1 game left. You've got to go out all guns blazing.
Yeah, it could be an interesting game, depending on the targets we get given and the figures we need to get.
Well, the table only serves to illustrate just how vital Sunday's match between Australia and the West Indies is. For Pakistan, a nap hand of victories looks certain. They face Bangladesh in their final group match. New Zealand must join them in the Super 6, assuming, of course, they beat Scotland, but you never know.